Now, they say that every man's home is his castle. Well, there was a guy here in Owosso that took that literally.
I'm, of course, talking about James Oliver Curwood, a great American author and Owosso native who needed a writing studio that would help inspire his incredible adventures. So in 1922, he built Curwood Castle right here on the banks of the Shiawassee River. And being the commoner that I am, I thought it best to meet up with Robert Duran Brockway from the Owosso Historical Commission.
Well, first of all, Robert, thank you so much for letting a humble serf like me enter the castle.
Well, you're so welcome.
For people who aren't that familiar with James Curwood, what kind of a guy was he?
So James Oliver Curwood was kind of a little eccentric,
Yeah.
I would say. He was a writer. He started writing very early on. I think he wrote his first story when he was 9. And by the time he was in high school, he decided that was when he wanted to be a professional writer.
Well, I knew he was a journalist and an author, but I didn't know he also wrote feature-length films.
That's correct. Curwood was actually an American movie pioneer, and we're finding more and more about that as we do research. Over 265 films so far that are made on Curwood novels, short stories, and his serializations.
And did he grow up here in Owosso?
So he was born here in Owosso, and then the family left, and they moved to Ohio for a little bit. And they tried to make it there as farmers, and that didn't quite work out, so then they moved back to Owosso.
And what inspired the castle?
So by the time Curwood built the castle, which he started in 1922, he was incredibly wealthy. You know, he was a multimillionaire for his time. Actually, at the time of his death, he was the highest paid author per word in the world. So he built the castle to show everyone that he had arrived. And so he had a lot of heads of state coming to visit him. He had a lot of directors, movie stars, royalty from England came to visit Curwood. So he wanted to have like a place to show people, even though he has a really amazing house, a beautiful house that he built, he wanted to have a place for everyone to come and party with him. I call this Curwood's party house.
You know, you and I really need a snifter of brandy right now.
Probably in some cigars, right?
I think James would approve.
I think so.
Curwood Castle and this entire historic complex is totally worth a peruse through. And it really is a fun and educational day trip for the entire family.
And I guarantee you'll have a ton of fun storming this castle. And besides, you never know what royalty you're gonna run into. Oh, look, Princess Buttercup. Inconceivable.